I'm Bob Abbott with Alarca Realty and Property Management, and we currently manage homes throughout the Charlotte, North Carolina, and surrounding areas. I'm also the current president of the Charlotte chapter of the National Association of Residential Property Managers. And today we're going to address the question of when do I fire my Charlotte property manager? We get calls all the time from folks who are unhappy with their current management firm, and we always ask them why. We typically get the same 3 or 4 answers. Right at the top of the list is communication. It is so important that you're on the same page with your property manager regarding communication. Some managers are going to contact you for everything. Others are going to contact you for nothing. And most of us fall somewhere in the middle, but it's important that you're on the same page up front and you understand when your property manager will contact you. Once this has been established, if the manager isn't living up to their end of the deal, it's probably time for you to start looking for a new manager. You should certainly, on any of these scenarios, talk to the manager and make sure they understand that you're unhappy before you just simply go out and try to terminate the agreement. Another aspect of communication and closely related is transparency. And we'll typically get questions or people make a complaint that my manager spent $3,000 on making the home ready between tenants, and I don't understand what they did. I don't understand why it took so long. This should never occur. Property managers are acting as your fiduciary. You should understand why you're sending them money, what they're spending the money on. Best practice would be to give you an upfront quote for that make ready or turnover job so that you understand what the money is being spent for. X on carpet cleaning, Y on getting items out of the home, X on paint, and understand those line items, and you make an approval on that before any money is spent. Then when the job is done, you'd get the line item detail, you'd get receipts uploaded to your portal, so you have access to receipts across the board. Again, best practice is every receipt for every expense is uploaded to some type of portal where you have access to that. If your firm doesn't have a portal, then an email of those PDF files would be sufficient. Also closely related to this is accessibility. We'll get complaints that I've emailed my property manager and it takes them 3 or 4 days to get back to me, or when I call it goes to voicemail, or no one knows what I'm talking about, or something's happened and they don't tell me. You want to make sure someone at the firm is there to answer your questions and get to the bottom of any issues you're having. Best practice, again, is same-day response at a minimum within 1 business day would normally be acceptable. In an emergency, you should be able to get to your property manager right away. In a nutshell, when your relationship with your property manager becomes more adversarial than hospitable, it's probably time for you to look for a new manager. All right, you're hiring a property manager to take stress out of your life, to manage the property for you, and to act as your fiduciary as it relates to that property. If you're now having to worry about the property manager instead of worrying about the house, or maybe you're worrying about both, you're not getting your money's worth, and it's probably time to move on. If you have questions about this or questions about how you might terminate that agreement with your property manager, please give us a call and we can try and help you out.